Nice day. Today is Sunday, 8th of October 2023. This day is celebrated as Indian Air Force Day every year on 8th of October, and this marks its 91st anniversary of this day. Last year, the parade and the air power was shown in the airbase in Ghaziabad. According to the history, on this day, the Indian Air Force evolved from the Royal Indian Air Force, which was established on 8th of October 1932. The Indian Air Force was established in 1950 and is still active today. The IAF fought for conflicts with Pakistan in 1947, 1948, 1965, 1971, Bangladesh War, and 1999 Kargil War. Starting the newspaper, the newspaper, The Hindu states that Delhi police's claims bogus, untenable news click, and these completely absurd allegations have already been made in investigations by Enforcement Drive IG Department and Delhi Police over the last 3 years, but have not resulted in any charge sheets. News click says the Hindu Bureau. Hindu newspaper also states that India stands in solidarity with the Israel after attacks, says Prime Minister Modi. Indian embassy in Tel Aviv has urged nationalists to maintain security protocol and stay close to safety shelters. Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangama said that at least 27% from the state visiting Bethlehem are stuck following conflict. The Hindu newspaper also states that ITBP on alert conducting patrols along the China border. Home Ministry. The number of patrols, around 300 per month, are said to have increased after the latest border row with China began in 2020. Each border output sends about 10 patrols per month, an official said. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that Israel-Palestinian conflict live updates after a Hamas attack kills 100 in Israel. Tel Aviv strikes back, leaves 198 dead in Gaza. Israel-Palestinian tension. Live updates: we are at war, says Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while expressing shock at the attack, said that India stands in solidarity with Tel Aviv. Firefighters work to put out a fire in an open field following a mass infiltration by Hamas. Gunmen from the Gaza Strip near a hospital in Ashkelon, southern Israel, October 7, 2023. Indian Express also states that at least 320 dead after a powerful earthquake hit Afghanistan, says United Nations. At least 5 powerful earthquakes strike the city around noon, hurt city resident Abdul Shakur Samadi said. At least 320 people were killed after a serious powerful earthquake shock hit western Afghanistan on Saturday, so a news agency Associated Press quoted the United Nations as saying the epicenter was 40 km 24.8 miles northwest of the city of Hurt and was followed by aftershock with a 5.5 magnitude, the USGS reported. Indian Express also states that Asian Games from 70 medals to record 107. How and why the needle moved. Sharp uptick in government support, new depth in old events, new talent in others. It was shooting and archery coupled with the dramatic improvement in both the track and field that powered India's sprint to a record tally of 107 medals that included 35 golds. But the Hindustan Times newspaper states that darkness and chaos Sikkim flood victims a shared ordeal. Rescue up halted. Rangpo, don't go there. There may be explosives and underneath the silt, warned 34-year-old Bharat Mohante, a resident of Rangpo in the East Sikkim's Pakyong district, pointing towards a large vacant and land along the banks of the river Tista. And sometimes also states that we are at war, as says Israel's Prime Minister after a surprise Hamas offensive, 22 killed. Israel declared a state of war and launched air strikes on Gaza Strip following a surprise rocket attack by Palestine Hamas militants, which claimed that it was only their first strike. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said in a video statement following the attacks that the country is at a war. Hindustan Times also stated that ministers died by suicide after allegedly raped by classmate in Rajasthan. Two minister sisters in Rajasthan, Pratapgarh, died by suicide on a Saturday early morning after allegedly being raped by their four classmates on Friday, said the police. The victim of students of class 12 in a local school used to stay in a rented house owned by brother of prime accused in the kills. Sometimes also states, including some economy and business news. Tax evasion notice will shut online gaming firms will seek withdrawal, and GST Council meet Delhi Finance Minister Atishi. AI has us at another watershed moment. Google's Prabhakar Raghavan, Senior Vice President Prabhakar Raghavan. GST Council exempts extra neutral alcohol levy, reduces rates on millet flour, top updates. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman arrives to chair the 52nd meeting of the GST Council at Sushma Swaraj Bhavan in New Delhi on Saturday. Towards the world news, including Hamas mounts a shock attack on Israel. It responds with the air strikes, hundreds dead. Hamas launched attack on Israel. Tel Aviv retaliates. Here's what we know so far. How the Hamas attack on Israel unfolded. One rocket barrage from Gaza as Hamas launched surprise attack on Israel. At least 320 tear up after powerful earthquake hits Afghanistan, says United Nations. World leader condemned restraint after Hamas launched surprise assault on the Israel. When it was science and technology, Windows 12 in the works. Intel teases refresh for the most popular desktop OS. Intel CFO has hinted at a Windows refresh next year, and it's got people scratching their heads. Is Windows 12 really on the horizon? We want to solve wicked problems through technology. Pramod Verma, former chief architect Aadhaar and UPI. Pramod Verma is now the CTO of Xstep Foundation, and not a for-profit in the education sphere that helped building Diksha, an online learning platform reaching about 200 million students across schools in India. Pramod Verma is the chief architect of Aadhaar and Unified Payment Interface UPI, e-scientist to local and data empowerment and protection architecture DEPA. Artificial Intelligence Yearbook photo trend, how everyone is going back to the 90s with this 90-year book. Photos just made an epic comeback. Here is how you can create your own Artificial Intelligence Yearbook photos. Last is a famous quotation said by Jalaluddin Muhammad Rumi, or simply Rumi, whose birth anniversary is 30 September 1207 up to 17 December 1273, was 13th century poet, Hanafi fiqh, Islamic scholar, Maturidi theologian, and a Sufi mystic originally from Greater Khorasan in the Greater Iran. Maulana Rumi says a famous quotation. He says that by empty of varying, think of who created thought. Okay, thank you.